from nothing to something. To everything.
Conor has the right combination of the mind and the body. He just is, the two are connected so well with him. When you see it, believe it, achieve it. That's the way it goes.
The greatness began with the love of his art. And like a true artist, he painted that canvas every day with blood, sweat, tears, elbows, kicks, left hooks. Like a true artist, he has mastered his tools and he has dedicated his life to his art. This love soon turned into obsession.
He has dedicated his life to his art, and he has lost his mind in the process. I have given every single thing, every ounce of my life to this craft, to perfecting my craft, and I continue to do so. And in the process, I have lost my mind.
A great man is one who seizes his dreams. We might call the jugular vein. He offers all his energies upon that and strikes with ferocity. No task is out of his realm, not even greatness.
That's what I'm looking for, you know what I mean? To build a legacy and to be remembered as one of the greats.
All in is a term I like to use in my ventures. All in. We've got to be all in on our ventures.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds. And it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is.
I always knew when I got here I was going straight for the jugular. I was going straight for everyone's neck. You know, I'd rather shoot and miss than not shoot at all.
When Conor first painted his dreams in his mind, he didn't aim small. He didn't paint his dreams based off his circumstances or based on other people's opinions. Conor didn't aim to be a local fighter, not a local champ, not even a competitor on the biggest stage. He didn't even aim to be a champion because he went straight for the jugular. Champ, number 1 on the Forbes list. He aimed for these goals when he had nothing, when others would have considered him a failure with no job. People may dream this big, but they don't commit to it. They don't work towards it with all their energy. But Conor attacked this dream with 100% belief in accomplishing it.
We're not here just to take part, we're here to take over.
I got what it takes, I got what it takes. You better get out the way, you better get out the way.
If you're in a game, make sure you're in it all the way, all in with it, and then that game will be your game.
So you better move to the side, full speed up ahead of me. Slow down what they tell me.
The fight game is full of sharks, but I'm the fucking whale.
See what it could take. I got what it takes, I got what it takes. You better get out the way.
It's a ruthless game. You have to be willing, because you can go in there, and when you come out, you're a different person. It's like entering a car crash. You're going into a car crash. The shins are bare, the feet are bare. You can strike with the elbows, the knees. It's a vicious game, and you've got to be fully committed, and you've got to be willing to go all the way.
You have a monster right here at 45, Aldo about to beat your ass. You beat nobody, and you think you're gonna come up to 155, make a statement? Come on, man, sit the fuck down.
I think the only way anybody at 145 is gonna beat Jose Aldo in the next 5 years is if they catch him while he's sleeping in bed. So I gotta go with Jose Aldo.
Nobody likes McGregor, obviously, and so I hope he gets his face pounded in.
This guy been the king of 145 for a reason, man.
Like Jose Aldo is in a different level, you know. He's one of the best of the whole times, and I really believe he's gonna knock McGregor out.
I think Aldo's gonna tear him up.
I would just put my money on Jose Aldo.
If you think that Conor's gonna win, you may need to go back and watch some Jose Aldo highlight.
He hasn't fought anybody like Aldo. Yeah, I just think Aldo can beat him to the punch and beat up his legs, and I don't think he'll last.
I think Jose Aldo's gonna fucking take him and break him to fucking half.
Aldo is coming for you, Conor.
The whole industry thought this was the one. He's not gonna overcome this. I smiled to myself.
It's all over! Conor McGregor is the UFC interim featherweight champion!
I was just a young kid with a dream and a belief in himself. And for many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but you know what? Nothing external can defeat the internal. The only thing that can take someone down or break you down is internal. Nothing external is strong enough. It's just about making sure your internal dialogue and your internal belief in yourself is strong enough that it can withstand the external.
Seeing it in my head, it's no surprise, you know. Visualise that no matter what people say, you put me in a fucking room, people could throw bricks at me and call me every name under the sun. I'd still walk out there thinking I'm the Don Juan, you know what I mean? Thinking I'm the number one. And that's the way I just feel. I don't give a fuck about nothing else, you know what I mean?
It seems that the higher you climb, the more people want to knock you down, the further you have to fall. In order to have the confidence that Conor has, it is imperative that he eliminates the doubt of others. Conor has taken on the principle of Stoic philosophy, more specifically, the teachings of Epictetus. Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power, our opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and in a word, whatever is in our own doing. Not within our power, or our body, our property, reputation, office, and in a word, whatever is not of our own doing. Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Through the use of this philosophy, Conor has been able to remove all external factors, no doubt, no fear, no lack of confidence. Conor claims that the only opponent is himself. Once you allow doubt to seep in, you have already lost the battle. His mind is impenetrable, and in his own words, bulletproof. Because Conor understands the importance of protecting the internal. Without all these external factors, it is quite simple.
I feel free. That's why I'm saying I don't feel pressure on fight night. I don't feel pressure when I make that walk. I honestly feel like I'm unshackling chains off of me. And then when I get to that octagon, I'm peeling it all off. And when I finally step foot in that octagon and place my bare feet on that special UFC canvas, I feel free.
Bruce Lee once said, "It is not daily increase, but daily decrease. Hack away the unessential. The closer to the source, the less wastage there is." All these external factors are unessential. There is no need to hear the words of critics. There is no use in worrying over the opponent. It does no good to question your ability. When Conor steps into that octagon, he is free. There is nothing to weigh him down or hold him back.
The external is there. You've got to accept it. You've got to embrace it. You've got to understand it and be aware of it. But don't let it seep into your internal dialogue.
Protect yourself from the narrative that others create. And then you create your own narrative.
So after that fight when I lost, and I'm looking at all these people and they're all celebrating my demise and saying I'm done and this, and it certainly lit a fire under my belly. Every single person doubted me. Every single fighter doubted me. Doubt me now.
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker! The king is back!
You need to be bulletproof to be in this game. In your mind needs to be bulletproof. You need to be able to take anything that is thrown your way.
More external doubt. I love it. Give it to me. Give me all that doubt. Tell me I can't do something.
Doubt me now.
I'm the fucking future.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
When he poured out onto the octagon, he took shape, filling the empty vessel, sparking life into the UFC. He captivated a nation. We had never seen this level of entertainment in the fight game. He understood that if he was to fill up this cup, he was to fill it to the brim.
The definition of a martial artist is an open mind. It's open to all styles of combat. Nothing is ever wrong. You know what I mean? You ever see guys, we do this and that's wrong. I do things this way and that way is wrong. What are you doing that way? That way is wrong. You know what I mean? Nothing is wrong. Like I said before, everything works. A true martial artist has an open mind. And of course, a true martial artist is peaceful. You know what I mean? Peaceful in his approach to life.
Always growing, always learning, looking for new paths, flowing, not one to overlook a lesson, humble in victory or defeat.
But even before I engaged in combat sport, I was interested in like the wrestling side of things, which is a lot more show.
Yeah.
And then obviously Muhammad Ali was a different animal because he was doing it for real.
Yeah.
Wrestling's not really for real. It's you know what I mean. But Muhammad Ali was doing it for real, and he was captivating the audience. He was entertaining, and he had passion and conviction.
In 1961, Muhammad Ali met an idol of his, Gorgeous George, a wrestler who changed the face of the entertainment industry. This meeting would have a great impact on McGregor's life. Ali gave great credit to George. Ali learned a lot from him. All the crucial information for Ali to become such a huge entertainer. Ali stated that George was a huge inspiration for the way he acted on stage and in the lead up towards the fights. Ali created huge entertainment. The demand for his fights was record breaking. He became a man that people love to hate, and a man that nations could get behind. McGregor has given the same credit to Ali. Ali inspired him to become the entertainer he is. And just like Ali, his fights are always the highest viewed and most talked about.
He wasn't that great a talker till he met Gorgeous George in Las Vegas.
Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
We should not be trapped within these rigid mindsets. We must adopt the qualities of water. Bruce Lee was taken by his master down to a river. The master asked him to strike the water, but no matter how hard he struck, couldn't break it. Although it seemed weak, water could penetrate the hardest of substances, carving pathways through the earth.
Every gym had a set way of doing things. Don't do it this way, do it that way. So that was just a normal thing that I thought, people just have their own set way and you must do it that way. You must stand this way, you must kick this way, you must punch this way. But with John, when I went to John, he had a more open mind and he encouraged different movements. And I'd never experienced that before. I'd never heard a coach say that to me before. He has a vision that everything works and he encourages every movement because ultimately there is a time and a place for every single move.
To be like water is to be fluid in both mind and body. To be like water is to be open-minded. It means that you can adapt and change to your circumstances. Water is gentle, yet it can break the impossible. Water does not wait. It flows wherever it is needed. It fills the vessel without hesitation.
Everyone's unique. You know what I mean? You take, like Bruce Lee said, you take from everyone. And you use what is useful and you discard what is not, and you add what is uniquely your own.
I will be your shield in the fiercest battle. I'll defend you from all these arrows, and the sword I wield will keep you from danger. Let me be
Conor McGregor
your
is
shield.
gonna crack Jose Aldo's skull.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just you, me, and the odds. We stuck together, we two peas in a pod. You dealt a bad hand, I'm there seizing the cards. We'll never be separated till we see in the gods. We've been low together, high forever. Long as we go together, we'll die whenever. Be your light, couldn't let the darkness try you ever. Truth in my word, you I lie to never. And when the world gets a little too hard, wipe your eyes, put away your sorrow. When it's war, I'll be leading the charge, and I'll be still fighting for you tomorrow. Yeah, even with a blindfold or in different time zones, could find my way to you with my eyes closed. There's nothing between us. Go to Mars and Venus, stand in front of every one of them rocks they slinging and be a shield.
It's been beyond tough, you know, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, you know. What doesn't break you makes you, and that's it. There was times I was at my absolute end, you know. But I held firm. I had my family around me, I have my team around me, and of course I have the support of my fans, and that were just keeping me in there, and you know. It made me stronger, and that's it. I continue to go forward, and I will continue to go forward, and that's it.
I will be your shield in the fiercest battle. I'll defend you from all these arrows and the sword
I'd like to thank all my fans and all the people around the world for the support that has been given to me, and it is an honour for me to come back and give entertainment and compete for my fans. And you know, with all that's going on in the world, I truly mean it is an honour to step in and put on my performance and take the mind off of what's going on, you know. So
one of his early fights, they had a stand-in who was an Eastern European guy, and then Conor came out, and I knew at that moment, and that was a defining moment for me. Boy become man. And when he won the fight, I knew that was it. That's what he was going to be, you know.
We always knew that this was going to happen. It's nearly like we were predicting the future. It's weird to say, but we just always knew that he was going to get to that next level, and it's just every couple of months it's just going and going and going, and the sky's the limit.
Conor has always showed gratitude for the ones who helped him on his rise, his supporters, his family, his team, and his coach. They say that no man is an island. We all need someone. To have people by your side who truly care and push for your dreams is a requirement to succeed.
There's only one thing that's impossible, and that's to beat a man that doesn't give up.
It was once said by Sophocles, without labour, nothing prospers.
I show up at the gym, I train. When I leave the gym, I take down notes of what happened in training, all the scenarios that have occurred, what we learned, what we did. I write that down like homework. I go back to the gym, I repeat.
Just a lost young boy from Crumlin, a boy that dedicated his life to his craft, consumed by a dream, committing 100% of his being to an art form. Lay before him was an impossible task. Quite the challenge for a young Irish lad collecting welfare checks.
I have given every single thing, every ounce of my life to this craft, to perfecting my craft, and I continue to do so. And in the process, I have lost my mind to regular society, to people who wake up at 9 a.m., who clock out at 5 p.m. They would look at me and say, I've lost my mind, but me, I have found it almost.
No promise of reward for his sacrifice. No promise of return for the years in the gym. No promise of retribution for the thousands of doubters that laughed and mocked his dreams. Just the knowledge that it's impossible to beat a man that doesn't give up. Despite failure after failure, despite loved ones advising him to give up on his dreams, despite years of an unpromised goal that seemed to slip further and further away, despite the progress, you realise the closer you get, the harder you have to work, the more you have to sacrifice. The more you learn, you realise that it really is an impossible task. The odds are stacked against you, and only the special can have their dreams. Despite all of this, Conor never gave up. And just 1 week before his UFC debut, he cashed his last welfare check for $235.
Conor, another brilliant performance. 13 wins, 12 knockouts, unbelievable. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Dana, 60 G's, baby!
It's more like an obsession now. Everything I do is something to do with this, you know? It's always in my head. I'm always thinking about it. I'm definitely obsessed with it.
I have learned that success is to be measured not so much by the position in which he has reached in life, but by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed.
I've lost my mind doing this game, yeah? Like Vincent van Gogh. Dedicated his life to his art and lost his mind in the process. That's happened to me. But fuck it. When that gold belt was around my waist, when my mother has a big mansion, when my girlfriend has a different car for every day of the week, when my kids have everything they ever want, then it will pay. Then I'm happy I lost my mind. Yeah? I'll die a crazy old man.
The notorious Conor McGregor!
I don't pay attention to it. Every man poses problems. I am confident in my own ability, confident in my work, and that is it.
Oh, that looks good! Oh, that looks good, God bless.
The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and determination that whether we win or lose, we've applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand.
Once you're fully committed, things are easy. It's that simple. Hard things become easy when you commit yourself fully, and that's what I've done.
Truly believe we are all equal as human beings. If we are obsessed with something and we truly pursue our passion with everything we have, if you are obsessed, work hard, put in the time, you will succeed, and that is a philosophy that I carry, my coaches carry, and I am an Irish animal, a proper Irish animal. My career is a career of never been done before.
Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and take it.
I'd watch myself fight, I'd watch myself train all day long and criticise and scrutinise it and pick every little detail of what way it should be. I know that in order to be successful at this game, it needs to be 24/7. I need to be living in this gym. And like the setup now is I come here at 1 and 2 o'clock in the day and I'm here till 10 o'clock at night. There's no outside distraction, there's no nothing.
To work hard is to tend to your seed of success every day, nurturing it to your full potential.
There's two things I've learned from these past 7 months. Number one is that hard work pays off. And number two is that dreams come true. And that's what's happening.
Conor knew what his dream was, and he worked tirelessly for it. Years of sacrifice, years of mental warfare filled with doubt, failure and challenges. All this with hanging on only to his self-belief. No promise of any reward.
When I'm here now and I'm free to just show up and train all day, I am free. I am a gorilla in the jungle. Do you know what I mean? It's like the way I see it is right now I'm free. I don't mind. I have a key, yeah? I don't. See, this here we are Friday fucking night.
Last man here.
Last man fucking here. Every single night you catch me here. I'm here all night. I can't shut this switch off. What got me to where I am and where I continue to go and where I will continue to go is an insane work ethic.
Yes.
And it's an insane work ethic that you can only put in that amount of work if you were doing something that you are passionate about. And that's what I have engaged my entire life's work in. Things that I am passionate about. You cannot fully commit to something if you are not passionate about it. So you must look at your surroundings, at the things you are involved in, and ask yourself, are you truly passionate about these things? Do you truly want to put every ounce of your being into these things? And I am blessed, truly blessed by something. I am not sure what it is, but I am blessed that I was able to find my passion, the fight game, the whiskey game, the fashion game, the fitness game.
Yes.
These are my true passions, and I'm going down them at 100 miles an hour with no brakes and full confidence in what lies ahead, and great things are happening.
Sorry, boys.
one stage I caught him a clean uppercut. And he just was always there in my face. Pussy down, I did. Pussy down, my breath. It is what it is. Yeah.
It stings real bad, but this is the fight business. I've been on the end of many defeats in my life, and I've rose back, so I will not shy away from it. I will not make excuses for it. I will assess it and come back.
There is suffering in life, and there are defeats. No one can avoid them. But it's better to lose some of the battles in the struggles for your dreams than to be defeated without ever knowing what you're fighting for.
There is no excuse, you know what I mean? It's like I've been beat before, you know what I mean? I've lost MMA fights, I've lost boxing fights, I've lost so many fights in the gym, you know, I lose all the time, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. If you, any true martial artist will know, in order to succeed at this game, you must lose all the times, you know what I mean? You must lose many times, you know what I mean? So look to learn from it, you know. The day you stop trying to learn is the day you start losing, you know what I mean? So I'm always going to learn regardless of the result, you know what I mean? Win or lose, I will take something from it all.
Before success comes in any man's life, he's sure to meet with much temporary defeats and perhaps some failures. When defeat overtakes a man, the easiest and most logical thing to do is to quit. That's exactly what the majority of men do.
We can either run from adversity or we can face our adversity head on and conquer it, and that's what I plan to do. I'll face it, I'll take it on the chin, and I'll carry on. I'll learn from it, and that's it.
We had a big fight, and unfortunately this time we came up short. But here's the secret. You will live with it, and we're all disappointed, but we're okay if you've given it your all. And in Conor's case, certainly the last 6 months have been amazing. The discipline and effort that he's put in. When you've done that, when you've really left no stone unturned, you made every training session, you made weight the right way, you made the walk, you competed as hard as you possibly could. Well, the competition is a coin and it has two sides, winning and losing, and sometimes it's going to fall on the losing side. And that's something that you have to get used to. The quicker you get good at failing, the quicker you're going to have success.
I'm not done by any stretch of the imagination. I'll handle this loss like a champion. I will not shy away from it. I will not make excuses to it. I lost in there. There was errors, but errors can be fixed if you face them head on and fix them, and that's it. You know?
As Coach John Kavanagh would say, win or learn. Obstacles are no longer in the way, they become the way. Conor has faced the fear of failure head on. Every endeavour in his life is an insight into further wisdom. From his martial arts to his business to his family life, Conor believes there is always room for improvement. Just like the great emperor Marcus Aurelius, who remained a student until the day of his death. Using this tenet, Conor has been able to notice pathways towards improvement. That is why he has succeeded in multiple avenues.
I make no excuses. It is what it is. I came up short. I took a chance. It didn't pay off. I'll be back.
Do not let the fear of failure paralyze you into not even trying. That's the saddest thing. Losing is okay. The saddest thing is not even giving it a go. Do not let the fear of failure paralyze you. So many people will go through their life in an unhappy job or relationship, situation, whatever, for fear of going into the unknown. So win or learn.
It is the fear of failure that holds so many people back. It is through intimidation of the obstacles ahead that people give up. We must understand that this is the only path we can take towards our destiny. The challenges that lay ahead are part of the process.
And you know the way people say, You learn more from your losses and things like that. That is true. You learn a lot from your losses, but as well as that, you learn from your wins. People can say, let's say you beat a guy, then you're at the beating that guy. You're a winner now. You know what I mean? You're a winner. So now I get to take the foot off the pedal. I don't need to learn so much. I'm at the beating this guy. I'm a winner. You know what I mean? That's gonna stop you. I see guys all the time coming in that are around this company since day one, and their performances just stay the same. They stagnate.
If we are not growing, then we are stagnating. If the flower does not climb towards the sun, it will cease to see the light. If it does not see the light, then it will wilt away.
We've all won, we've all lost. It is what it is. Just keep going, keep doing your thing, keep working hard.
You win or you learn. It seems that Conor has adopted this tenet from his coach, John Kavanagh. Conor shows us that obstacles and challenges are just part of the game. They are the only way we can get to our destination. If we let the fear of failure stop us, we fail by default. Because failures will teach us lessons that no amount of wins ever will. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
Gold belt is what I want. The 2 gold belts. I was a 2-weight world champion in the previous organisation. Now I'm on the big stage at the UFC. I want that featherweight belt and I want that lightweight belt. That's my goal. The money is going to come with that. Don't get me wrong. It's prize fighting. I'm after the money as well. But the belt, the money comes with the belt. And the belt is what I'm focused on. I don't care about fame.
If self-belief was a currency, Conor McGregor would be the richest athlete alive. But it isn't. So Conor used that belief to become the richest athlete.
My name is Conor McGregor and I live in Lucan. I'm an up-and-coming fighter and without a doubt you will see me on the UFC in the near future, without a doubt.
100%. 100% I'll be the UFC featherweight champion. Just believe in yourself. Believe that you're better than everyone else. Just believe in yourself and be cocky and be confident and be humble, train hard. That's it. Just believe in yourself.
Self-belief is Conor's greatest attribute. No matter the situation or the circumstances, he has always held the strong belief that he can achieve his dreams. Just a young dreamer, McGregor had the chance to meet his idol, Chuck Liddell, at UFC 93. Conor asked him for a picture. Unbeknown to Chuck, this young boy would change the face of the fight world.
We were sitting up like way back, me and him, and we were like, I remember Chuck. And he turned around and looked up. Me and Tom looked at each other. I was like, he's walking over. 50 people taking pictures. I had to like lean over the thing. I was like that.
The power of belief can transport a poor lad working on a building site to the main stage of the UFC.
About 2 months after I met Conor, he had his first MMA fight. I always saw, even from then, the dedication that he put in, and we'd be driving home from his gym sessions and he'd be saying, no, I'm gonna make it, and to talk about his dreams, and we just always knew this would come.
Was UFC
I was
93?
sitting right over there.
Where, on the left side?
Right over that far side, yeah.
You were just a fan?
When I sat here in this crowd, UFC 93, and saw all these guys, you know, I realised it's there. It's there for the taking if I put the time in, and then made it happen.
Self-belief isn't just about making predictions or being cocky. Self-belief starts with self-talk. The narration that you have in your head dictates your character, and your character dictates your actions. Your actions dictate your progress. Don't be deterred by the doubt of others. They have no grasp of your potential. They see the external, clouded by their own bias. Only you know the internal. Only you know your truth.
You know, if you have a clear picture in your head of something is going to happen, and a clear belief in that it will happen no matter what. Then nothing can stop it. You know what I mean? It is destined to happen, and that's what happens. You know what I mean? It's perfect. You know, I was on social welfare. It was just, I was not a normal young man, you know, in Ireland. Had no job, didn't really know, you know, I was just chasing a dream. If this didn't go ahead, then what had I got? I had nothing. That definitely weighs on you at times. You have no money, you're relying on other people for support, you know. I didn't want to be doing that, you know what I mean? That's always a fear that's in your head, you know what I mean? But you just have to, I suppose you just have to outwork that. You have to outwork that fear, outwork that doubt. Anytime something was going wrong in my life, or anytime I felt down, I'd hit the gym. And that was that, and the gym would make me feel better, you know what I mean? So I kept hitting the gym, I kept going to the gym every day, and then it got me there, you know what I mean? Eventually it just happened.
Of all the tenets, self-belief is the most important. Without self-belief, all the others would be useless. It is self-belief that sparks action. It is self-belief that pushes you every day. It is self-belief that gives you the power to ignore doubt. It gives you the ability to trust your path, to flow like water. It is self-belief that gives you the confidence to trust others. When you believe in yourself so much, the hard work comes easy.
I'm gonna walk in there and do what I do every single day. It was exactly what I said it was gonna be. I said I was gonna get here. People said I wasn't. I said I was gonna put the guy away early. People said I wasn't. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, keep proving people wrong and proving myself right.
Through the use of these 7 tenets, Conor changed his mindset from the poor boy in Crumlin Island to being the highest paid athlete on planet Earth, which is proof we are all capable of greatness. In Conor's own words, there's no talent here. This is hard work. This is obsession. Talent does not exist. We are all equal as human beings. You can be anyone if you put the time in. You will reach the top, and that's that.
From nothing to something to everything. So that's where I am right now.